Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, October 1st, 2025. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Well, I guess the feds are all shut down today, and those that took the fork in the road, well, they're going to be having their final paychecks. And that just does not bode too well for Maryland and our unemployment rate. Can somebody stop the world for me, please? I'd like to step off for a little bit. As all the local swimming pools are now closing, this OMG fact is very apropos. Your body produces enough saliva in your lifetime to fill 2 swimming pools. And now I have a much greater appreciation for chlorinated water. But now let's get into the news, shall we? The Anne Arundel County Police are investigating a fatal crash that occurred Monday night near West Ordnance Road and Ritchie Highway in Glen Burnie. Officers responded around 8:30 p.m. after a car left the roadway and struck a telephone pole on Ordnance Road. The driver, a 28-year-old man from Bowie, was taken to shock trauma in Baltimore, where he was later pronounced deceased. No other vehicles were involved, and the Anne Arundel County Police are asking anybody that may have any information to contact them. The Anne Arundel County Public Library has opened its very first permanent StoryWalk at Quiet Waters Park here in Annapolis, and it's on the Wildwood Trail, turning a stroll into story time with laminated pages from a children's picture book spaced along the path. Funded by community donors, including a grant from Medicine with a Mission, which is run by my very good friend Gene Deems, the $9,000 project launched with Let's Go for a Walk by Ranger Hamza and will rotate tiles quarterly. By combining the magic of books with the beauty of nature, our Story Walk celebrates the best of what parks and libraries offer our community. And that was AACPL's CEO Skip Auld, who is a great guy. Admission to the park is free during the first week of each new installation. Pretty cool. All right, well, with it being October 1st, there are a whole bunch of new laws going into effect today. And here are just some of the highlights. Child custody courts are now going to weigh specific factors, stability, safety, relationships when making or modifying custody decisions. Late fees on rent. Penalties are now capped at 5% of the unpaid portion of the rent, ending fees based on the full monthly amount. Reckless and aggressive driving, that's called the Sergeant Patrick Kemp Act. Tougher penalties for excessive speeding and dangerous driving behaviors. Disability identification. This is Eric's ID law, and one that I love. It's an optional hidden disability indicator on state IDs and driver's licenses to help police officers identify people that may have a hidden disability. Expungement reform, broader eligibility, including certain nonviolent offenses. It fixes technical barriers tied to parole violations. Listen up if you've got a little bit of a lead foot. Speed cameras, they're going into tiered fines. $40 from 12 to 15 miles per hour over the posted speed limit, all the way up to $425 for 40 or more miles an hour over the speed limit. Medical debt and liens. Creditors cannot place liens on a primary residence to collect a debt tied to medical bills. Cannabis reforms. Adults 21 and older may manufacture non-volatile cannabis products for personal use. Pardoned cannabis convictions will no longer appear on the Maryland case search site. Gun trafficking. Transporting firearms into Maryland for illegal sale is now a felony. Prosecutions must begin with 3 years. Peace orders. Expanded relief. Criminal harassment now does include certain visual surveillance near a residence. Prison sentence reductions. Some individuals convicted between the ages of 18 and 25 may petition after 20 years served, with some exclusions. Medical debt on credit reports. It bans reporting or using medical debt information in consumer reports for Maryland residents. And more tenant protections for renters. Landlords must give 24 hours written notice before entering a leased home, except in emergencies. And HOAs and personal information. Community associations cannot require any kind of sensitive personal data to access any of the recreational amenities of that neighborhood. That's just a short list. A lot of new laws coming into effect right now. Pirates Cove in Galesville is going to send the dock season out in style on Saturday with a decade on the deck, marking 10 years under the Irish Restaurant Company brand, and they're going to be closing the dock bar for the year. Summer is over. The waterfront celebration does start at 11:30 a.m. with live music, food, and drink specials, and throwback pricing on two favorites, $7 orange crushes and $9 shipwreck shrimp. Weather updates are going to be posted on the Pirates Cove social channels, but I don't think that's a problem. The dock bar does close after the party, but the main restaurant stays open year-round at 4817 Riverside Drive down in Galesville. Always well worth the drive. This weekend on the Local Business Spotlight, and I think we're going to be talking with Dr. Teresa Shank, who is a psychologist with CPE Clinic here in Annapolis. And we're talking all about OCD and mental health in children. And that should drop at noon on Saturday once I get it all edited up. And by now you do know the drill. Please let your friends, neighbors, and colleagues all know about our daily news recap email. It is free. It comes to your inbox every night at 7 p.m. and it's going to keep you up to speed on all of the top local news stories. Plus, it's paywall free. I've got a link right here in the show notes for you. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you. We also want to thank our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, Fish for a Cure, Interim Healthcare of Annapolis, and the Annapolis Sailboat and Powerboat Shows. Powerboat Show starts up on Thursday. So now you just need to hang tight. We have your eye on Annapolis local weather coming up with a surprise. And Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, is here with her under 5-minute Annapolis After Dark segment. All of that's coming up in just a bit, so stick around.
It's almost time for Annapolis to shine as the sailing capital of the U.S. with not one, but two incredible boat shows coming to town. First up, the Annapolis Powerboat Show, October 2nd through the 5th. Walk the docks and climb aboard the Mid-Atlantic's largest display of powerboats. Everything from sleek center consoles and wake boats to trawlers and cruisers. Step inside a working U.S. Navy Yard Patrol training vessel. Take a spin straight from the demo dock and shop the latest gear, gadgets, and marine tech. Don't miss Brokerage Cove, where pre-owned boats are priced to move. Add in food, drinks, live music, and plenty of expert advice. It's the perfect fall day on the water. Then 1 week later is the Annapolis Sailboat Show, October 9th through the 12th. The world's largest sailboat show, right in the heart of America's sailing capital. Tour hundreds of monohulls, multi-hulls, and blue water cruisers in Ego Alley and beyond. Check out the latest sails, rigging, and navigation systems, or take part in classes and on-water workshops like the First Sail Experience. Meet world cruisers, stock up on sailing gear, and soak up that legendary waterfront vibe filled with music, food, and salty stories. Two world-class shows, two unforgettable weekends. Tickets and info for both are available now at AnnapolisBoatShows.com. AnnapolisBoatShows.com. Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Hey everyone, this is George Young with the official Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief forecast for Wednesday, October 1st. Yes, after 9 months since last signing off of the Daily News Brief at the end of 2024, I'm officially back with John Fernay and Eye on Annapolis, but let's face it, not that much really happened weather-wise in and around the Annapolis region over the last 9 months. And well, that's kind of a good thing, because while we can all generally appreciate a good EF2 tornado or major blizzard or super derecho, I think we can agree that sunshine and 70s is a bit of a sweet spot. And it just so happens that's exactly the kind of weather that we'll get above Maryland's capital city today through the weekend as we enter the final quarter of 2025. So make plans now to get out and about tonight through Sunday night, so you can enjoy more really nice weather conditions in Annapolis and beyond across the entire Mid-Atlantic region, with low to mid-70s for PM highs today through Friday, with some breezy winds out there today. And then it's mid to upper 70s Saturday and Sunday, with some cool mornings tomorrow through Sunday AM, as temperatures drop into the 50s for AM lows, with some spots possibly seeing readings in the 40s. Okay, that's all for today. This is George Young for Eye on Annapolis. Make it a great day, stay healthy, and be safe.
Fish for a day, party for a night, all for a great cause. Don't miss Fish for a Cure's 19th annual fishing tournament and shore party, Saturday, November 1st at Safe Harbor, Annapolis. Register to fish and raise funds for the Cancer Survivorship Program at Luminous Health Anne Arundel Medical Center's Gayton and Joanne D. Cesaris Cancer Institute. All funds raised directly benefit cancer patients and their families. Register your boat or get your shore party ticket for fishforacure.org. Again, that's fishforacure.org. The music scene in Anne Arundel County is poppin', and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis, and hello, October. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, October 1st through Sunday, October 5th. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also all three websites for the full schedule. We update the Facebook posts and all three websites with changes and cancellations, so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com, AnnapolisMusic.us, and BeeprBuzz.com. Live music for today, Wednesday. Start with Happy Hour with Alex G. Lee in Severna Park at Pattaya Mexican Restaurant. Also tonight, Desert Shade Duo will be at Santa Joe's on West Street for the Dinner Under the Stars after party. Richard Hayward will be down at Catch 22 in North Beach. And over on the shore, Michael Waskey will be at Ram's Head Shore House. Thursday, Get to the Point for Brian Ewald. Fred and Wilma, which is Joey Fitz and Elizabeth from Red Betty and the Ruckus, will be at Ram's Head Tavern on West Street. Tommy McGee will be in front of Federal House in Market Space for a rare acoustic performance for Bullet. And just next door, Susie Lennox and Sean will be at Annapolis Market House. Also on Thursday, Pete Best of Peterbilt will be down at Jesse J's Latin-inspired kitchen in Churchton, which is just past the light for Santa Joe's Riverside. And under my other things to do listed at the bottom of each day, Bob Quinlan is back hosting open mic night at Copper Creek Pub in Severna Park. Weekend music. Friday start with Happy Hour with Dana B at Blackwall Hitch, or with Bob Quinlan solo acoustic at Ramshead Tavern on West Street. Kevin Pollak and Doghouse Blue are back at Waterman's Tavern in Edgewater. Vians & Co. will be at Pirates Cove down in Galesville, and just next door, Kevin Lee will be at Santa Joe's Riverside. Up in Crofton, Alex G. Lee will be at the Crofton Cantina. SVV Duo, which is Victoria and Steven, will be at Annapolis Market House Friday night. And just next door, Noel and Jeff Band will be rockin' Middleton Tavern. Richard Hayward will be up at Galway Bay on Maryland Avenue. And Tommy McGee Band will be at Santa Joe's on West Street. Up in Medina, Los Extranos, which includes Elizabeth from Red Betty and the Ruckus, will be at Rumor Real in Pasadena. This band will include Gary Hewitt, Carl Corse, and many others that you know. Also in Medina, Brent Austin Dunn will be at the Lodge in Pasadena. Over on the shore, Joe Hickey will be at the American Legion in Stevensville, and Michael Waskey will be at the Kentmore. Under my other things to do listed at the bottom of each day, karaoke at Caliente Grill at the end of Forest Drive. And end Friday night DTA with EDM night at Federal House featuring Wolfman and Sarcasm. Saturday, Dan and Sarah, father and daughter acoustic duo, will be at Pattaya Mexican Restaurant in Severna Park. PJ and Neil will be at Libations in Millersville. Pete Best of Peterbilt will be down at Pirates Cove in Gilesville. Alex G. Lee will be making his debut at Super Tacos in Glen Burnie. The Low Keys are back at Chesapeake on Saturday. Lost and Found Trio Band will be at Brian Baru in Severna Park. The Freebirds will be playing Ram's Head Tavern on West Street. Brant Austin Dunn will be at Reynolds Tavern. Honey Soul will be at Santa Joe's, and end Saturday night DTA with DJ B. More Ben of B-Row Entertainment at O'Brien's. And over on the shore Saturday, Meg Murray and Angie Miller will be at Bridges. And under my other things to do Saturday night, open mic night for prime time Saturday night at the Szechuan Inn, hosted by Bill Smith. And that's in Severna Park. Sunday Fun Day. It's also the first Sunday of the month, so West Street will be closed for First Sunday with music by Mac Heat, Michael K., and many more. Also on Sunday, Haley Singing will be at Annapolis Market House. Live music Sundays continue up at Chesapeake and the Crofton area with music by Diane Guay. And Adam Forbes of Sidewalk Soul will be solo down at San Andreas Riverside. And just next door, Alex G. Lee will be at Pirates Cove, also in Galesville. Ben Heemstra of Ben will be at Homestead Gardens in Davidsonville. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com, AnnapolisMusic.com.
When someone you love needs care at home, you want more than just help. You want trusted support from people who truly care. That's where Interim Healthcare of Annapolis comes in. Locally owned and serving seniors in Anne Arundel, Baltimore, Charles, Prince George's, and Queen Anne's counties. Interim Healthcare of Annapolis offers personalized in-home care that's flexible, reliable, and compassionate. From Alzheimer's and dementia care to assistance with bathing, dressing, fall prevention, transportation to appointments, and even 24-hour care. Interim of Annapolis also offers respite care to give family caregivers a much-needed break. With Interim Healthcare of Annapolis, you get the backing of a trusted national network and the heart of a hometown provider. Call Art Dandridge at 443-808-1003 or visit interim.com/Annapolis to learn more. That's interim.com/Annapolis. Interim Healthcare of Annapolis. Personalized service at home, peace of mind, and always there when you need care. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.